A friendly symbol, a beacon of joy, twisted, warped. The smiley face, once a universal sign of happiness and positivity, took on a sinister new meaning. It became a mask, hiding the true nature of a man who would become one of America's most notorious serial killers. The happy face became a symbol of terror. It was no longer just a simple doodle, it was a signature, a calling card left behind to taunt and terrify. This is the chilling tale of Keith Hunter Jesperson, the man who hid behind a smile. Known to the world as the Happy Face Killer, Jesperson's story is one of deception and brutality. Jesperson, a seemingly ordinary truck driver, was living a double life. By day, he was a long-haul trucker, crisscrossing the country, delivering goods, and blending into the background of everyday life. On the surface, he was unremarkable, just another face in the crowd, another trucker on the road. But those who looked closer would see the cracks in his facade. But beneath the surface, a darkness festered, a darkness that he kept hidden from the world, a darkness that would eventually consume him and those around him, a darkness that would lead to the brutal murders of at least 8 women. Each crime more horrific than the last, each victim a testament to his growing madness. Across America, he left a trail of bodies. Washington, California, Florida, Wyoming. No state was safe from his reach, no highway free from his terror. His hunting ground knew no bounds. The open road was his domain, and he used it to his advantage, striking when least expected. Each victim, a story left unfinished, a life tragically cut short. Their memories linger, haunting the places where they were last seen, and the people who loved them. This is the story of the Happy Face Killer, a man whose smile hid the darkest of secrets, and whose legacy is one of fear and sorrow. Keith Hunter Jesperson's story began in 1955. He was born in British Columbia, Canada. His childhood was far from idyllic. Jesperson was a large, awkward child. He was bullied relentlessly. His home life offered little solace. His father was a domineering and abusive man. This toxic environment nurtured a seed of darkness within Jesperson. He felt like an outcast, isolated and alone. These early experiences left an indelible mark on him, a mark that would shape him into the monster he would become. January 1990, Turlock, California. Tanja Bennett, a young woman full of life, crossed paths with Keith Jesperson. It was a chance encounter that would seal her fate. Jesperson offered her a ride, a seemingly harmless gesture, but Jesperson had sinister intentions. He drove Bennett to a secluded area. There, he brutally raped and murdered her. The seed of darkness had blossomed. The monster within Jesperson had been unleashed. The murder of Tanja Bennett marked the beginning of a gruesome killing spree. Section 4. The Happy Face Killer, a signature of terror. Jesperson craved recognition. He wasn't just content with the act of killing, he wanted the world to know his name, to fear him, to be haunted by his presence. He wanted the world to know his work. The newspapers, the media, they were his stage, and he was the star performer in a macabre play. So he devised a plan. A chilling calling card, something that would ensure his name was etched into the annals of criminal history. After each murder, he would find a public restroom. These places, often overlooked and mundane, became the canvas for his dark artistry. In that seemingly mundane setting, he would leave his mark. A mark that would send shivers down the spine of anyone who saw it. On bathroom walls, he would draw a simple happy face in black ink, a symbol so innocent yet so terrifying in its context. Beneath this symbol of joy, he would scrawl a confession, details of his crimes, taunts to the authorities, each word a testament to his twisted mind. He signed each confession, the Happy Face Killer, a name that would soon become infamous. The media latched onto this moniker. Headlines screamed of his deeds, and the public's fear grew with each new report. The Happy Face Killer became a figure of national dread. His name synonymous with terror, his actions a dark stain on society, his crimes a chilling reminder that monsters can hide in plain sight. They walk among us, their true nature concealed behind a mask of normalcy. Section 5. A mother's love, a killer's undoing. Years passed, and the shadow of fear loomed large over the city. The Happy Face Killer continued to evade capture, leaving a trail of sorrow and despair in his wake. The Happy Face Killer continued to evade capture. His methods were cunning, his movements unpredictable, and his identity a mystery. The police were baffled, and the public was terrified. He claimed more victims, their lives brutally cut short. Each crime scene was a grim reminder of his presence, a chilling testament to his cruelty. The city was gripped by a palpable sense of dread. But Jesperson's arrogance would be his downfall. His overconfidence led him to make mistakes, to take risks that would eventually catch up with him. He began a relationship with a woman named Julie Winningham. She was unaware of his dark past, drawn to his charm and seemingly normal demeanor. He confided in her, revealing his dark secret. Winningham was horrified. The man she thought she knew was a monster, a cold-blooded killer. She wanted no part in his crimes. The revelation left her in a state of shock and fear. She knew she had to act, but the danger was immense. But she also feared for her life. She did something extraordinary. Summoning all her courage, she decided to go to the police, risking everything to stop him. She went to the police. Her testimony was crucial, providing the authorities with the information they desperately needed. She handed over evidence, recounting every detail she knew. With Winningham's help, the authorities finally had their break. The police launched a meticulous operation, piecing together the puzzle that had eluded them for so long. Jesperson was arrested in 1995. The arrest was a significant victory, a moment of relief for a city that had lived in fear for years. His reign of terror was over. The city could finally breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that the happy face killer was behind bars, and justice had been served. Section 6, Behind Bars, Justice and Remorse. Jesperson was charged with multiple counts of murder. Facing overwhelming evidence, he confessed to his crimes. During his trial, Jesperson showed little remorse. He seemed to relish in the attention his crimes brought him. The court heard harrowing details of his brutality. The jury found Jesperson guilty. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. From his prison cell, Jesperson continued to taunt authorities, claiming to have killed even more victims. Section 7. The Happy Face Killer's Legacy, a Haunting Reminder. Keith Hunter Jesperson, the Happy Face Killer. His name is etched in the annals of true crime history. He stands as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary people. His crimes left an indelible scar on the families of his victims, their lives forever changed by his senseless acts of violence. The Happy Face Killer's legacy is a haunting one, a reminder that evil can wear many faces, even the face of a smile.